Hi, I'm Dr. Nathan Newman, board-certified dermatologist and cosmetic surgeon in Beverly Hills, California. For the last 25 years, I've been doing research on stem cells, and I've been using them from your own stem cells in your body that are found in your fat, because the fat contains the most amount of stem cells. And these cells are there to repair, regenerate, and renew your body. This amazing power of regeneration, this amazing renewal power of stem cells is transforming medicine and is transforming the industry for beauty and for health. And that idea that we had, what is going to be in the future, is actually here today, and you can benefit from it today. I've actually written a book that just came out called The Natural Intelligence of Stem Cells. This is the journey of my 25 years experience, both in my clinic and in my laboratory, where we can use the power of stem cells to benefit you for cosmetic reasons, for your health, for your ailments. If you have any surgery you're thinking about, any procedure you're thinking about, you should think about what is my alternative to the traditional stuff. And that alternative sooner or later will be associated with stem cells. And this book will give you a glimpse of what is able to be done today and what will be able to be done in the future. Not everything has to be done in the clinic. A lot of that, we've already taken this information that the stem cells are doing. We've gone in the lab, we've studied what they do. They use a language to communicate. That language is what makes everything happen. We're able to take that language and bottle it and give it to you in a way where you can take it off-the-shelf product, use it, put it on your skin, give the signals to your body, and have your own cells actually benefit you and do the work that we want it to do. So if you're looking at any skincare, instead of doing anti-aging skincare, you can do regenerative skincare. If you're doing a facelift, instead of cutting and pulling, you can do a stem cell lift. And these things are tried and true. These are no longer experimental. We have a lot of experience, we have a lot of data. The future is here today, and you should use it and benefit from it. The key takeaways from the book that I've written, The Natural Intelligence of Stem Cells, is that the stem cell therapy that we're doing in our clinic is here today. It is tried and true. This is scientifically studied procedures that we've published. I've written medical books on these treatments. I've lectured all over the world about these things. This is here for you today. You should learn about what you can do to benefit from it. There is a lot of things that we can do with the natural healing powers of stem cells. The stem cells are the natural healing power that you can use to benefit from. That's the key takeaway from the book. If you can read it, you will get all the details of how they can help you and benefit you. The Stem Cell Lift, a product of 25 years of research in stem cell therapy. Basically, when I started doing cosmetic surgery, we were just given a knife, sutures, said go and cut and take away the excess skin and pull everything. That's great. You look tighter, but not necessarily younger. If you want to look younger, you got to regenerate tissue. You got to restore what's been lost. You have to put back what has been lost over time. And the only thing that does that is stem cells. Stem cells are the cells in your body that repair, regenerate, and renew your body. Your skin, your hair, your nails, everything, it grows because of stem cells. Every part of us is renewed because of stem cells. So if we're losing the volume in our face, if the skin is becoming loose, or if we're getting wrinkled, the only thing that's really going to undo that from a biologic point of view, the way that the nature has created it, is using your own stem cells. And what really does it is the language of stem cells tells the other cells what to do. So if we were able to take the language of the stem cells and the actual cells themselves, then we can direct them to do a procedure where we don't have to cut you, we don't have to pull and change the way your face is, and just restore the natural beauty that you had and the youthful look that you had using the stem cells that are found in your own fat, because the fat contains the most amount of stem cells of any tissue, and all you need to do is to take a little bit of fat, get the stem cells and inject it back, and within a matter of weeks you will see the amazing transformation that goes from getting age to becoming younger. So you grow younger because the stem cells will replace and renew everything and regenerate the tissues. During the early days of my research and use of stem cells, we really realized that the old ways that we were doing fat grafting or liposuction was actually getting rid of all the stem cells. Once we realized that, that was my aha moment. I said, why are we throwing away sort of the gold that we have here? Why don't we keep that? Not only keep the stem cells, why don't we concentrate them? So that idea became the stem cell lift, was the procedure that I did, the process that I did to take the fat, which contains the most amount of stem cells in the tissue, and they don't actually go away with age. They are there throughout your lifetime. So unlike the stem cells that are found in your bone marrow or in your blood, where those go down dramatically, the stem cells that are found in your fat stays there and stays constant. So we're able to get that, concentrate those stem cells, which are the regenerative cells. They're the cells that actually help to heal and repair and renew you. We're able to concentrate that and put that back in. But what I really realized the power of stem cells was when I did a treatment on a patient called Herzl. He was the guy who transformed my life, because when I saw him, he had a big hole in his face from a cancer that was removed. They did radiation on him. His skin was all burnt. He was in agony from the scar tissue that was trapped. His nerve endings were trapped in that scar tissue and was causing him pain all the time. He's had no blood flow in that area because of the radiation and the surgery. Anytime they would try to cut or fill that area, the skin would start to die and they would have to stop. They told him he has to live with it like this. He heard about me doing stem cells. He came to me and I started treating him. And almost immediately, even with the first treatment that I did for him, it was transformative. His pain started to go away. His tissues started to get better. The burned skin that was getting better. Everything was regenerating. His jawline was back. His tissue was getting better. After 8 treatments, which is 2 years, every 3 months he would come for 2 years and I would inject him. His hole was gone. His skin was repaired. His bone was back on his jaw, and it was amazing. It was no longer just, here we can improve something. We regenerated tissue. This was an amazing knowledge that I discovered, and I've used that knowledge to the benefit of my patients for the last 25 years, and it was just the beginning of it. We're going to do so much more with this technology, but you should know that technology is available for you today. If you're going to do any treatments, if you're going to do any cosmetic treatments, any treatments for your health, always look at the option, what can stem cells do for you? For the last 25 years, I've seen the transformative effects that stem cells have had for my patients. It's become my life mission to cultivate a culture of stem cell culture. We want everybody to know about stem cells. We want everybody to have this culture that this is the technology that's going to benefit you. We are in a revolution in medicine that is here. First we had antibiotics, it transformed medicine. Then we had anesthesia, transformed medicine. Then we had lasers, transformed medicine. Now we have stem cells. It is transforming medicine. It is a revolution that you can benefit from. I want everybody to know that you can use your stem cells for your health, for your cosmetics, for your joints, for repairing and rejuvenating your tissues. If you have an injury, if you have a scar that's not healing, if you have a bone that's not healing, if you have autoimmune disease, and I've treated over 350 patients with lichen sclerosis, which is an autoimmune disease, that devastating disease for women that destroys their lives. There's no cure for it. There's no treatment that was effective for it. And here I've had amazing results with the stem cell treatments that we've done. The stem cell lift treatments have put over a third of these patients into remission. That means they don't have the disease. They don't have to deal with it. They don't have to worry about it. Imagine what's going to happen when not one doctor is doing it like me, but we have 1,000 doctors doing it. And that's my mission, is to get everybody on this idea that we can use this technology. We can use stem cells to benefit humanity, and we should do that today. Going through the journey of, seeing what the stem cells do in the clinic and developing the actual procedure of separating the stem cells from the fat and injecting it back. So that became sort of my trademark stem cell lift procedure, where we can use it for cosmetic, we can use it for post-cancer reconstruction, for wound healing, for treating scars, we can use it for muscles and bone and ligaments, to any injury that you have. We can use it for autoimmune disease, and that is just what we can do in the clinic. And then we went and looked at what we can do in the laboratory with stem cells and studied stem cells, and we really discovered a whole world of language of stem cells. And that language not only is human language, but the language of stem cells is universal. So plants and yeast and fungus and animal cells and human cells all speak the same language. They just have a different dialect. So if you know how to get that cell to do something in the laboratory, it will give you a set of directions. It will produce it. It will talk to the other cells and communicate. If you can take that communication, that language of cells, and bottle it, now you can use it as an off-the-shelf product, which we've created. Then that process that we had to create and didn't exist before, the decoding of the language of stem cells, is what we've patented. We've patented a process where we can take any cell and put it through a mentoring process, where we tell the cell, we want you to give us this set of directions. And the cells interact in the laboratory, produce the set of language that we want, which we call consortia factors. And they call it consortia factors because it's sort of like a concert. It's all the things that you need to make great music is all together. If you take it apart, it doesn't play the same music. But if you put it all together, your body will understand what it does, what you want it to do, gives it a complete set of directions. Now, if you apply it on the skin or if you inject it into the body, now you're able to get the language dictating to the body what you want it to do, and have your own cells actually be guided to do that, which is incredibly challenging to do, but we've been able to do it. And what's happening is now we're able to bring that technology to the masses. We're going through the FDA for medical reasons. We have a whole regenerative skincare line that we've created. The STEM company has been actually created to bring that technology to the world. And as part of that idea of bringing this technology to the world, I've written this book called The Natural Intelligence of Stem Cells, which tells you about the journey, how we went from the clinic to the lab, back to the clinic, and now we have an amazing story with amazing products that will benefit you. And I hope that other doctors will join me in bringing this message of stem cells that are so powerful and so regenerative for the benefit of my patients and for the benefit of their patients. And I'm happy to collaborate with whoever is interested and to get this message out and to bring this huge revolution of medicine that's here to the masses. In my 25 years of doing stem cell therapy using your own stem cells from your own fat, which has the most amount of stem cells, which are the regenerative and reparative tissues, we found that not only they're great for regenerating tissues for cosmetic reasons, but we can do wound healing, we can do burns, we can treat sort of post-cancer reconstruction. So instead of having to do major transformations that we have to do flaps and trams and take muscles from one place and put it in another. We can use your own cells to actually repair and regenerate the tissues that have been lost. We know that immune cells and stem cells are very much related, and that stem cells modulate the immune system. That means they can either make it stronger or less strong depending on what we want it to do. And I've treated a subset of patients with a specific kind of autoimmune disease called lichen sclerosus. Lichen sclerosus is a disease that affects men and women, but in general affects women, and it is a debilitating disease that destroys their genitalia, and it's very uncomfortable. There's no cure for it until the stem cells. When I started treating patients with this disease with stem cells, they started getting relief. Then I didn't think that anything was going to happen. Then the next thing I know, that they're telling me they don't have the disease. They don't have to use their products anymore. They don't have to use medications. They don't have to deal with it anymore. They don't see changes in their skin anymore. So this idea that we're using it for regeneration, for immune therapy, for using it for autoimmune, we're using it for muscle and joint and bone damage. If you have osteoarthritis, if you have any kind of arthritis, if you have any injury that is musculoskeletal, stem cells may be the good answer for you. It is not a panacea. It is not something that's going to heal everything, but it is an option, it's a revolution that we never had before. So instead of cutting first see if you can heal it with stem cells, because you can never undo the cut, but you can always go and cut later. So this is an idea that is really transformative, and you should take that to heart. Look at stem cells before you cut. You know, throughout my career, every time I tried to do something, they told me I was a maverick. I was, sort of out of the box thinker. And sometimes that didn't do so well in the big picture of, being in a system that tells you have to do it this way. Always question, how can I make things better? When you're a doctor, when you're a physician, be a physician, not a technician. Think about the person, not about the disease. Think how you're going to treat that person and what things you can do to benefit them. And there's amazing doctors out there. There's amazing technology out there. Use it all. There's no one big thing that does everything. You need to learn and combine Eastern, Western medicine, biohacking, whatever tools we have, use them. This is all science. We should learn them and combine them and benefit our patients and benefit humanity as a whole, and treat your patient as a whole. Don't look at them as a disease, but as the person that they are, and treat them for who they are. I think stem cell therapy is not the frontier of healing. It is on the forefront of everything that we're doing today in medicine, in technology, biotechnology, in anything that has to do with beauty, anything that has to do with innovation. Stem cells are on the forefront of that, and they're here, and they're proven to be beneficial for you. Like anything else, there's always going to be improvements, but you can benefit from it today. Like you've never been able to do before, you can benefit from stem cells today. And the fact that it's here, the fact that it's innovative, the fact that it's already proven, makes it sort of the next sort of leap in medicine, the leap in knowledge that we have of how to treat humanity, how to benefit you and to heal you from within. Really what I've been focused on in the last couple of years is to bring the technology of stem cells so that it's accessible to everyone. We want stem cell for all. We want to bring the power of stem cells, the technology of stem cells, to be available for the use of everyone. And what we've done, we've established a company called the STEM Company. And the STEM Company stands for Science, Technology, Education, and Mentoring. We want to educate everybody. We want to cultivate the stem cell culture. We want to bring this idea that stem cells are there for your benefit and to everyone. We have created a whole product line of skincare, not anti-aging skincare, but regenerative skincare. A whole new concept of how you can treat your skin and how it will benefit you using plant stem cell factors, not the cells themselves, but the language of stem cells. And we call that language consortia factors. Those consortia factors for plant stem cells have been bottled into the stem line, and they're going to be able to be used by you today to transform your face, transform your skin, improve your skin in a way you were never able to do before. It is going to really turn back the clock and help you grow younger. From there, we're going to bring you a lot of other products, and we're actually taking some of the products not only through the cosmetic line, also through the FDA route as medications and as things such as burns and inhalers and other things that we're doing to benefit all sorts of ailments. And I think it's really going to be the next big thing in medicine and in the beauty world.